Hi, this is Tiffany from NoOrdinaryHomestead.com, and today's video is about a trip that we just took to Oscar Scherer State Park, which is in Florida near Sarasota. And basically we just needed a place to get away to. We're looking for just a nice time to relax, and turns out that this is a really nice state campground, very family friendly. There's lots of things to do, especially if you're into outdoor activities. So enjoy our trip and the view.
Have you ever taken a spontaneous camping trip to a nearby destination? You should, especially if you find out the weather will be perfect for it. We had never heard of Oscar Scherer State Park near sunny Venice, Florida, but we love Florida state parks, and our trusty Reserve America app said there was a dog-friendly spot available. Oscar Scherer State Park is 1,381 acres of mostly scrubby flatwoods and is home to a very famous inhabitant, the Florida scrub jay. It's a pretty dull drive along the highway most of the way, but you might have a few fun sights, like Harley drivers with pink streamers, or the Death Star. Just like most Florida state parks, checking in for camping was a breeze. Online reservations are a convenient option, and we prepaid before we arrived. The fee for the night was a reasonable $26, which included the use of electricity at the campsite. The friendly ranger drew us a map, pointed us towards our plot, and sent us on our way. Even though this park is less than 100 miles north of our home base in Naples, Florida, the plant life here looks and feels a lot less tropical. We picked campsite number 17, the first of 4 plots tucked away in the back of the campground. In the future, we'd recommend sites 18 to 20 if you prefer a little more privacy. Our spot was a nice size, backing up to a little river, but unfortunately it was somewhat less private than we had hoped. The campsite was in good shape overall, with sandy ground, and featured all the standard amenities such as picnic table, fire ring, and electric hookup. One of our personal camping traditions is to celebrate getting our camp set up by having a hearty snack. We usually take a baguette, a few different kinds of cheeses, and an array of meats like bacon and salami. It's simple, easy, and we love to enjoy the different flavors as a reward for our hard work of driving and setting up camp. With our bellies full from lunch, we set out across this picturesque bridge right behind our campsite to explore all that Oscar Scherer State Park has to offer. While many seem to enjoy fishing in the creek, there were also many other things to do, such as hiking on one of the several nature trails or geocaching. Another cool feature is the park swimming lake, complete with sandy beach. Just make sure you watch out for the gators. Right next to the lake is one of the park's bathhouses. Just like the others scattered around the campgrounds, this bathhouse is complete with running water, toilets, and showers. While not luxurious by any means, this is a state park campground bathroom after all. The facilities were extremely clean and well maintained in this bathhouse. One of Mackenzie's favorite features were the playgrounds. The screened-in patio of the Classroom Center offers Wi-Fi and electrical outlets for your enjoyment. But please do not dare enter with sandy feet. We love campsite cooking, but rather than relying on the romantic glow of the campfire, we opt for the easily managed cooking power of coals. We'd like to prepare as much as possible ahead of time at home, especially for short camping trips. For this trip, we dry rubbed beef tenderloins and wrapped them in aluminum foil. Corn on the cob was prepped with a bit of butter, herbs, and salt, then neatly packaged in foil for a delicious campfire side dish. But the highlight of this meal were the campfire potatoes. Fist-sized potatoes rubbed in oil, salt, and rosemary and wrapped in, you guessed it, aluminum foil. Bake them in the hot coals for about 45 minutes. The outside may be black and tough, but the inside is soft as butter. In the end, no matter what you cook, campfire meals among your loved ones somehow just taste a little bit better than any other meal. Rise and shine, it's time to stretch out those achy bones after a night of air mattress sleeping. A French press coupled with a small gas-powered cooker makes for an excellent coffee supply while waiting for the more rugged campfire to start cooking our hearty campfire breakfast. Even if some of the leftover slices of bread got a little bit toasty, our simple, pre-prepared cowboy breakfasts are always a hit with both young and old when camping. Following breakfast, we made our obligatory march over to the bathhouse for dish duty. While here, we stopped in for a closer look at the other bathhouse, which was actually closer to our site and also extremely clean. Before jumping back in the car to head home, we had to put in a quick stop to give the second playground of the park a try. Mac really enjoyed this playground, although she might be getting too big for most of the toys. Just like the other playground, this one was very clean and in excellent shape. While Oscar Scherer State Park probably isn't an essential part of anyone's bucket list, it's a beautiful natural park with nice areas to explore, and we loved our visit. We were looking for a short escape that would allow us to get a maximum of nature, family, and leisure time in a minimum amount of time. On all those fronts, Oscar Scherer State Park delivered.